A-N-D-R-E?
R-E-I.
A-N-D-R-E-I.
Yes, sir.
R-E-I, all right. And your phone number, sir?
915 781
781
4330.
4330.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to leave your last name or not?
I'll just give you my information. Because I'm considering doing something formal. Like, I'm not trying to throw them under the bus, but I want to do something formal in writing because I just anticipate that if I come to New Mexico again, whether it's Sunland Park, Albuquerque, or wherever, and any police officer tries to, just start throwing out random statutes, I want to know what I'm talking about. I want them to know what they're talking about,
There you go, sir. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I will forward this over to Lieutenant Reese, and he can give you a call tomorrow.
Okay.
What's the best time?
Oh, anytime.
Anytime during the day?
Yep. And if I don't answer, I think I have my voicemail set up, but if I don't answer, I'll recognize that it's not a 915 number. I'll try calling you guys back.
It'll be from just to give you the heads up. It'll be from a 575-589-2225. Maybe it'll say Sunland Park, City of Sunland Park, or Sunland Park PD. That way you'll have an idea. It'll be a 575-589 number.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and worst case scenario, if I do miss the call or if I can't get to it right away, I definitely
just leave a message.
Yeah, just leave a message, and hopefully my voicemail is set up. If it's not, then trust me, I'll try to get back in touch with you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that so we can get this clarified for you, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I'm really glad that I happened to run into the assistant chief on this.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. All right. Anything else, Andre?
Well, I just wanted, before I go, just to let you know, since you do happen to be the assistant chief, that I don't normally come to New Mexico, but I do film police stops where I live in El Paso County. And if I do come to, what is this county called?
It's we're in the city of Sunland Park. It's Doña Ana County.
Yeah.
City of Sunland Park. Yeah.
So if I come to Doña Ana County, and if I come to Sunland Park, which is your town, but
yes, sir.
If I run into another Sunland Park police officer, I guess I just want to personally tell you that I'm not there to cause any problems. I'm just there to record.
Yeah, and we've told our guys. Obviously, you're not the first individual who's recorded on traffic stops. We've told our guys, hey, it's their right to whether they are yourselves the driver or the passenger inside the vehicle, if you're the one that's pulled over, or to say you're another citizen that's happened to be walking down the street, or like you said, you're driving by and you stop just to film it or record it. It's totally within your right. Everybody here knows that. Like I said, just as long as that person, that individual, does not impede with the actual traffic stop, with the officer conducting the traffic stop and the contact with the driver or the passengers, there's no issue there. Once that does happen, we can get you for obstructing, because we're trying to get the job done. If you're right on our back and we're having to keep turning around, because you're 2 feet away from us, then that becomes a safety issue for us, and we can definitely cite and maybe possibly even arrest. Other than that, you guys, the public has all right to do it. So on traffic stops, obviously, when you start getting into, if we're at a call on a private residence, if you're gonna film from the street, obviously, but as soon as you enter a residence or something like that, the yard, then you're trespassing, maybe depending on the homeowner. So we give them that gray area there. But no, you have every right to, and our guys are trained and taught that the public has every right to film or record, and just for everybody, behave on that.
Well, and
on our end, your end, everything. So.
Trust me, this is all music to my ears, but I think that we have now come to a little crossroads, and we've come to a side issue nobody anticipated, and that is what Officer Vega tried to accuse me of on the 20th, April 20th. He's like, oh, well, you have to stop because the driver's under 18. And then not only did the statute not make any sense when I looked it up, but also I started thinking, like, well, if that person's under 18 and they get a driver's license, they've now entered the adult world. So they're out in public, they're doing adult stuff. So, the First Amendment should trump all of that, in my opinion. But
yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about this type of, we'll say, like you said, that particular incident where it's a juvenile driver or whatever, or passenger, wherever you had the angle of recording, and the officer obviously knows that because they have their ID. But there's got to be an intention, the intent of, like, say, whether it was you or anybody else videotaping, for it to pertain to the criminal sexual aspect of everything. Obviously, you're
Well,
videotape.
yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, you were videotaping the traffic stop. With
That's
an
it,
officer
yeah.
there. So I get where you're coming from, and like I said, I'll have the lieutenant address this with you tomorrow in more detail, and address it with Officer Vega as well.
Okay.
Just to figure out, and obviously we have the videotape from the cameras on the officer themselves.
Yes.
So I'm sure Lieutenant Ruiz will probably want to. Look at that video just to kind of get a better idea of exactly what took place, and then that way he can address it properly with the officer.
Yeah.
So,
And I
main
just
thing
want
is
to reiterate that
yeah.
I'm not on a witch hunt. I just
no.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's your right, man. So
Yeah.
main thing is we get it right on our end as well, because if being the deputy chief and the chief here, Chief Guerra, if our officers are doing wrong, and I don't know if he was so much doing wrong, maybe he cited the wrong. And like I said, I'm not.
That's
saying
what I'm
he
trying to
is,
get to the bottom of. Yeah.
But if it was the wrong, so to speak, citing, hey, have a good one, sir. Take care. If maybe it was mistaken on that part, plus we'll fix that.
Sure.
And that's something we can fix. But we also want to make sure that we're being transparent on our end, and
Yeah.
that we're if a complaint like this comes in or a concern,
Yeah.
that we're addressing it and we're doing it properly. So.
And one thing I want to add is that I also I'm not just like all about me. Like if there truly is some sort of privacy statute in this state that protects drivers under 18 from being video recorded, then I also want to know about that, because I will turn off my camera.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, I don't know that statute or that ordinance or whatever.
Yeah, ordinance.
Exists.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Because it was a traffic stop, and more than anything, you were videotaping the traffic stop itself.
That's
the
all I
officer.
do. Yeah.
So now, I think you'll be fine, but we'll get more clarification tomorrow. Like I said, if Lieutenant Reese even has to call the district attorney just to kind of get a better sense of that.
That is what I was going to say next. Is
We'll do
I
that.
truly hope that, and I know that I don't want you guys to drop everything for this. This is kind of small potatoes. But when you guys get a chance, if you and the chief or whoever runs this place, if you guys can call the city attorney and just discuss this, because I anticipate that if I come to Sunland Park or any other part of New Mexico in the future and I try to record, that some other New Mexico peace officer is going to try to pull this and say, oh, well, they're a minor. So, they're going to try to start escalating and give me problems. And
Yeah, and I can't speak for any other agency.
Yeah.
I can speak for us that once we get a clarification on this, we will make everyone, not just Officer Vega, but everyone, aware of the rights of the public to record, whether it's a minor driver or an adult driver, what have you.
Yeah.
As long as everybody it's standardized or across the board, everybody knows what can and can't be done.
Right.
And then and I think that should be. I don't think, like you said, I don't think this is anything that's a major issue. It's just let's clarify it and let's move forward together, public and law enforcement.
Sure. But and the reason that I've driven down here, and trust me, I'm gonna let you go. I know you're a busy guy, but the reason I've driven down here and I've started to try to nip this all in the bud is because I just want to let you know I am on bond right now. I got arrested back on January 14th by the El Paso Police Department for doing exactly what I did on April 20th with Officer Vega, recording a police stop. And so that's still in court case, and it all comes down to what you were talking about earlier: is was he impeding or not? Now, obviously, I don't think that, but the El Paso police accused me of that and arrested me for that. So that's an argument for another day. But it all comes down to I pull out this phone, I try to record the police doing their business, whether it's Texas or New Mexico, and some police don't like that, and so I'm trying to just get to the bottom of what the law is, so I stay out of trouble.
Okay. And just for obviously New Mexico, Texas is gonna be different.
Yeah.
But like I said, we go by like I said, the amendments, and also. So you have the right to record. So
Sure.
It's simple as that. Here, I can't speak for Texas, for El Paso. I mean,
Right,
you'll
no.
deal with them on that.
But the First Amendment's national, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
right.
So.
But anyway, I know you're a busy guy, Assistant Chief Lopez, and thank you so much.
Hey, have a good one, sir. Take care. Right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.